Everyone I know.
Everyone I know.
Everyone I know.
Everyone I know. Welcome to Everyone I Know, the podcast where we argue about the mundane. We're here again in Troy. It's the 26th, folks. It's Boxing Day. Did you know that? Yeah.
It is.
It's not right now. We're out of time, baby. I'm here with my lovely producer, Brendan.
Hello.
And my brother, Chris.
Hey, what's going on, guys? This episode of Everyone I Know is brought to you by Audible.com. If you want a free audiobook and a 30-day trial to
A 30-day trial.
A 30-day trial to Audible.com. You can go to audibletrial.com/EIK. I'm listening to The Expanse still. I'm on the third book, halfway through. Amazing sci-fi. Highly recommend it. The podcast is also brought to you by something else.
Well, if you want to directly support us, if you don't want us to sell you dick pills, if you don't want us to sell you security systems or toothbrushes, then you can just give us some fucking money straight up, baby, through patreon.com/everyone I know.
Yep, there's some tiers on there. There's some rewards. Go and check it out.
You can give us $1. You can give us $0. You can go fuck yourself or not. It's your choice.
The podcast will always be free, but if you want to help us out, you can.
Yeah, love you. We have the pleasure this week to have a good friend on, my buddy Dean. What's up, Dean?
Hey, what's up, guys?
How you doing, Dean?
It's me, Dean.
Where are you from? Where are you
doing
sitting
great.
right now, Dean? What part of the state are you in?
I am sitting in Williamsburg, Brooklyn, New York. Just, over here in the urban concrete jungle over here, living it up.
Now,
Big Apple.
Now, tell me, does the city never sleep or does it sleep sometimes?
I've found that people generally sleep, usually, yeah.
Mhm.
Some people sleep at different times, but I've found that most people do sleep
Well,
here or everywhere, also everywhere.
that's right, folks. Don't believe the hype.
Yeah, it's part of the human condition. You do need to sleep. Ask Elon Musk.
So, no old man minute this week?
Yeah, old man, sorry. Got a little out of sync. We had some recording stuff. So, but after this episode, please, once again, send us an old man minute. Merry Christmas.
No, it's past Christmas. It's the Boxing Day. We're giving
right.
presents to our servants now.
Formally, Merry Christmas.
Thanks for all the presents, you fucking rubes. You've been had.
Yeah,
We
thank
took
you.
them all. Now we're back in Albany.
Actually, yeah, no, we would be back in Albany right now.
Yeah, we would.
Yep, we're on our way back.
Yep. See ya, losers. Smell you later. I guess we'll just roll right into it. Why not, boys?
Let's do it, man.
Well, we could do. Should we do a pretend old man minute?
I don't.
Last week your show was good. That reminds me of a guy I knew back in high school who did so much of fucking.
And Vader.
And Vader.
She was pretty upset about it. Also, Alex Jones.
Honestly, that was spot on.
Yeah, it's pretty close.
Without further ado, we're moving on now to number one.
Okay, I am topic 1 today, folks. So today I want to talk about something. Because
What's that?
we do that on podcasts.
You talk on
about stuff.
podcasts? You're a big, strong man. You talk on podcasts?
Big strong man. Big strong man's a little fried, so he didn't prepare totally for today, but he's got some lists. He's got some stuff written down.
All right.
It's been a long week already, and it's only Tuesday. So I want to talk in general about sitcom fathers, but in particular, I want to put them in battle in various situations against one another. So
you want to see an Uncle Jesse? Well, he's not a father. Fuck. You want to see
it's
the
fair
dad?
enough. No, that's okay.
Okay, let's get this right out of the way. Is Uncle Jesse a sitcom dad?
Not
No.
by name, but in practice he is.
Do you have to
Why
sit?
are we?
Go ahead, Dean.
Do we
please.
beat around the bush here? I mean, let's start with Bill Cosby.
Wasn't on my list, but okay, yeah, we can add him.
Okay,
He wasn't
Cosby.
on your list.
No,
He's been redacted. He's
Yeah.
there. It's just blacked out.
yeah,
Was Uncle Jesse a dad though? Is he someone's dad?
He doesn't have any kids.
he's definitely got some illegitimate kids. Uncle Jesse.
I mean,
fucks.
he has a fatherly vibe, but
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
But I feel like a dad
Okay.
cannot sit backwards on a chair. He's setting a bad example for the
He's
kids.
telling you. So I got drunk the other night. Go figure. And I thought that sitting backwards on a chair and telling Julie getting real with Julie was like the funniest thing in the world.
Okay.
So I did about 14 times.
Nice.
Let me get real with you for a second. So some of the sitcom dads I've got that I want to bring into this battle, this competition that I have set up for them include my personal favorite sitcom dad, Hal from Malcolm in the Middle.
Oh yes, the great Bryan Cranston.
It's Breaking Bad guy.
Yeah. I don't know anybody's real names, and I didn't have time to look them up really. So the Brady Bunch dad.
Arthur Brady.
Tom Brady.
Tom Brady throws a sweet spiral, dude.
Dawson.
Hey, fuck him.
Dawson Creek dad.
He's a preacher, right?
Is he? Yeah. That's a very.
Oh no, that's
show.
Seventh Heaven.
That's what I meant
dad.
was the Seventh Heaven dad.
Okay, that's better.
Yeah, that's better.
Got to get God in the mix.
Yeah. The Fresh Prince, not dad but uncle.
Okay.
Right. I got that right. I don't know what his name is.
I don't know his name, but yeah, good name. Good guy though.
And then some animated guys, Bob from Bob's Burgers, and my personal favorite, possibly favorite character to ever be on a television show, Randy Marsh.
Ah, yes.
From South Park. One of the best dads, one of the greatest all around characters. I think he's hilarious. So anybody else you guys want to throw in other than Bill Cosby want to throw into the mix?
Throw the Bill Cosby in the pudding, Papa. Don't leave your drink around me, kids.
I watched what's his name, Bill not
Bill
Hannibal
Hicks?
Hannibal Buress'
Cosby.
thing about Cosby recently.
Cosby.
And he just how he lays him. He's like, "You're a rapist."
Yeah, man. It's like, pull up your pants, man. You rape women.
Yeah, he seems like a rapist.
So, did you guys have any other sitcom dads or paternal figures?
What about a Red Foreman from that 70s show?
That's a good
Gotta
one.
have Red Foreman.
That's a good one.
He's an angry man.
Okay. How about you, Dean? You got anybody else other than Cosby?
Peter Griffin, I guess. I mean, I don't know. I'm a millennial. I like animated sitcoms.
Yep.
You know.
Hey, dude. We got Bob and we got Randy Marsh on here too.
Yeah.
That's
I don't
funny.
think I ever watched Seventh Heaven or one those other Malcolm in the Middle. I maybe watched once after Breaking Bad to figure out what the whole thing was about. But
Do
yeah,
yourself a
I
favor,
watched
watch
a lot
Malcolm in the Middle, man. That show is hilarious.
I did watch that 70s show. I
Okay.
have watched it many times. But mostly I'm thinking about the Randy Marshes and the Peter Griffins of the world and the Bob's Burgers and all that.
You like
I
a
think his name-
buffoon
what's his-
dad?
Bob Burger, that's his name.
Yeah, Bob Subburger. Bob S. Burger.
Do they have a last name?
Belcher.
Belcher.
Oh, Belcher. That's right. Yeah.
But
But they joke
Teddy,
about it. They
yeah,
joke.
Teddy, their friend there is always like, yeah, his name's Bob's Burgers.
Yeah.
So all right. So some of the competitions I have set up are when the fuck did I rate this? Jesus Christ. Like the most loving father. So a competition of love. Maybe we give them some orphans.
Mm-hmm.
And
And you have to
they
teach
can teach them love.
Unconditional love.
Yeah.
Because the
And
system.
this is just a melee here, or is it 1v1?
It's like
more
an
a
Olympic
pageant.
a pageant. Okay, I was
Kinda
gonna say
like
like
a
Olympic
pageant.
Games, but yeah, pageant makes more
So
sense.
we got a pageant. We need an MC
Oh, the MC of the.
of the pageant, the sitcom dad pageant that we're building here.
Is there a good sitcom mom that could go on there? Could it be the Golden Girls?
Ooh.
They don't need no dad to be a sitcom.
No, they don't. I could get behind that.
Betty White.
Betty White.
She's the only one that's alive, so it'd have to be her.
She is alive?
Yes, she's still alive. Well, as of this moment, I don't know about on the 26th.
Yeah. We have a
Ooh.
tendency to kill celebrities. So that
Betty
would
White-
Wait,
suck.
have you done that before?
Yeah, we
Yeah, a
accidentally
couple of
killed
times.
Tom
Yeah,
Petty.
we killed Tom Petty.
Ooh.
Yeah,
I think we killed the lady from the Cranberries too.
Yeah, we did kill a lady from the Cranberries. It's like the curse of EIK. If we mention you on the podcast, the next week you're dead.
So
Only if
you
you talk
guys want
shit.
to talk about the president? All right, I didn't say that. You can edit that out.
No, it's okay.
No,
it's
that's
okay
fine.
if it's just wish fulfillment. You just
Yeah.
can't say like, I'm not gonna say. You try to fucking trick me. I see you. I'm not going to jail. Not for you. Not for anybody, Dean.
Back to the competition at
All right.
hand here, boys.
Okay. Most loving father.
So who do you think wins that competition?
I don't know, man. Seventh Heaven.
Well, so now it's not just who's the most loving. It's so they're given a flock of plucky orphans,
Pickpockets.
pickpockets, bad boys. No, they're not bad boys.
Roustabouts.
Roustabouts, but they have a heart of gold. Every single one of them.
Everyone, if they're loved correctly,
Yep.
they're not. It's like a kicked dog. They could get real mean.
So we let's go down. So who do you think's going to be like going to bring them in the most? Maybe even take advantage of them, put them to work, possibly.
Well, when you say take advantage of, I'm leaning
I
towards
don't mean like
Cosby.
that. Well, yeah, of
okay.
I was thinking that would be more of a Bob's. He puts those kids to work. That Bob
Damn
Burger.
straight.
That's
Work
true.
ethic.
If we're talking straight up like letting people into your home, that's got to be Uncle Phil.
Oh,
right?
hell yeah.
That's French.
That's what he. That's the whole point of the show.
Okay.
Yeah. And they're not in West Philadelphia. They went to Bel Air. Son of a bitch.
Yep. Well, but also though,
they were not in West.
but what about the Brady Bunch dude? Like he took in a family essentially.
Yeah, but he had
But it was mutual.
He needed to bring in that family so he could bang the mom.
That's true.
Yeah,
That's true.
he didn't. They like his. It was a religious thing. Like he wasn't allowed to probably use like condoms or whatever.
Well, then I think in the same way, the dude from Seventh Heaven's out because he's going to probably try to convert these kids to whatever they believed in.
Yeah, they're probably Protestant, I would guess.
Yeah, I would assume. Nice solid wasps.
No, but I would say, yeah, no, the guy from Seventh Heaven, his motivations are corrupt because he obviously wants to go to heaven.
Yep.
Right? He's not just doing it for the thrill of it.
Yep.
I think it's got to be the uncle from Fresh Prince.
I think so.
I think that he brought in a young Will Smith,
Single point.
brought him into his house, taught him about gunslinging in the Wild Wild West. He taught him about fighting aliens in Men in Black.
What?
He turned Will Smith into the man we know today. He is
Oh, yeah, that's
legend.
true.
He is legend.
He is.
And a Scientologist.
He
so.
is legend.
He is that awful fucking remake. So okay, moving on from Love, let's get into the man's
liked
man
it.
stuff.
Okay.
It was bad. Watch Omega Man because that's some good 70s camp. Not to attack you, but so next topic, next event, physical strength.
Strongest dad.
Strongest dad, but dad strength.
Dad strength is important. You got to be able to grab. You have to be gentle enough to hold a toddler,
Yep.
but also strong enough to lift a bus off of them.
Yes, exactly. So my thought on that is probably Randy Marsh.
He has performed some feats of
He
strength.
definitely has, and he'll also fight
Big
for
balls.
his kids. He's got some big ass balls.
He's not afraid of nothing. And I'm sorry. I thought this was America.
Oh, this is America. Bob's right out because he's a wimp and he's kind of
he's
a
a
coward,
weak
too.
man,
Yeah.
but his strength is his weakness.
This isn't about. This isn't about.
He's
like,
Grinch
learning-
shaped.
It's
What
not-
do you expect from him? He's the same shape as the Grinch.
This is not about like learning from your weaknesses and using that as.
That's
as an
another
advantage.
category.
It's not another category because it's not a category.
Okay, whatever.
My topic.
Can we talk about the beginning of an Uncle Phil dynasty here? Because I feel like he maybe wins this category also.
Because he threw Carlton out every single time,
Yeah, he's a strong dude.
physically throwing
to
a
deal
grown
with-
child.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, it wasn't a strong man, but he still was a man that he threw.
Well, see, that's what
lot.
I'm saying. It's dad strength. It's the ability to like stop you from going through the windshield when the car stops. Like how quickly your reactions. Needs more reactions too.
I think Uncle Phil's pretty fucking rad.
All right.
And if you've seen the sequel to Malcolm in the Middle,
Breaking
that
Bad.
guy's
Breaking
got
Bad.
some dad strength.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, no.
Like, more of a emotional strength, really. But that guy killed some people. So
Whoa, spoilers, Dean.
Also a
shit.
sociopath.
He also
Well,
did crime in that show.
Can you just bleep this whole?
Yeah. Bleep it all. Start again. One more again.
All right, so we're giving it to
It's
Fresh
got to
Prince?
be. I mean,
Fresh
the
Prince?
only other contender I would say for that would be Bill Cosby because he carried the weight of all the guilt of all the rapes that he committed.
I was thinking more of the unconscious bodies.
That's all.
That's dead
That's
weight.
darker. It's a darker take on
And
it.
that's
I'll
dead
give
weight.
you-
You ever carry someone that's unconscious?
Nope.
All right, it's dead weight,
So
man.
Bill Cosby's 6'1". That's pretty tall.
Dude, Bryan Cranston's a big motherfucker too, though.
Yeah, that's true.
Let's
Well,
see.
we're getting into the next topic though. The next event.
Okay.
All right, so
Oh, Uncle Phil is 6'4 3/4.
Damn.
Jesus Christ,
Damn. Uncle Phil.
fucking got some reach,
Dude.
too.
That's some Google
The man
right
is
there.
he's not even a snack, he's a full meal.
Yeah.
He's got it all.
All right, well, the final competition between these dads.
Is bikini.
Combat.
Oh. Bikini.
Actually, no, there's one before that. It's dancing. Hell wins that. Combat.
Combat. Okay. All right. This is where the dads are separated from the
All right,
boys.
So I think maybe a tag team on this because I really want Hell to win.
You're telling us that you're corrupt?
This round is worth 3 points.
Dancing was worth 20 points. Hal already got it. He wins. No, I think that Hal and Fresh Prince guy, what's his fucking name? I keep on forgetting it.
Uncle Phil.
Uncle Phil tag team and just beat the fuck out of Bill Cosby.
Listen,
And then everybody wins.
I think everybody
That's
just
round 3?
That's round 3. They just-
Oh, yeah, that's a good round. I'm into it.
so some recent Bill Cosby news. Bill Cosby got shoved down a flight of stairs
Fuck yeah.
on his
Good for him.
first day.
Good for him.
I don't think he got shoved so much as someone threw a hot dog bun at his head and he fell. So he got his just desserts. Another Cosby-related news item. What's the guy who plays Carlton? What's his name?
he's suing Fortnite.
Yes, he's suing Fortnite.
For
Just like
Carlton.
$2 million because they stole his fucking dance.
Yeah.
So-
That's a conversation for another day. We got a little heated the other day talking about that.
We had a constructive conversation about
Constructive
whether
conversation.
or not you can copyright movements of the human body.
Yep.
And we came to, I don't know,
But somebody should be getting paid.
someone should be getting paid.
Because I got some moves, actually. I mean, you don't want to see them, but I'm just saying, I'd like to get paid if anyone else does them.
You got to hold them back until this case has been settled, and then we can start, figuring out whether or not we can monetize those sweet moves.
Who wins, Uncle Phil or Randy Marsh?
Dude, Uncle Phil there's a reason
Randy
why
Marsh is dirty.
Yes, Randy Marsh is dirty.
He's gonna
He
pull out
plays
a
dirty.
he's gonna pull out a fucking like broken beer bottle and stab him in the throat. That's the
But
end of that.
Uncle Phil is going to pull out a very long-barreled silver revolver and
Where the
shoot
fuck
him.
did he get that from?
He's a rich
I
man.
thought
He's
that was
got
going
one of
in this
those.
direction. Uncle Phil is, I don't know if you know this, but Uncle Phil is 6'4 3/4. And I'm assuming we're talking about 1992 Uncle Phil and not, 2000, whatever year it is, Uncle Phil.
Everybody's in their prime except for Bill Cosby because
Bill Cosby gets beaten into the dust.
he just gets beaten into the ground. Man, what a piece of shit.
I have one of his
Did you ever
records
have a prime,
from
really?
my parents' house.
What was his prime?
His prime was
Really?
probably when he was doing stand-up, is a very funny fellow era.
Yeah, well, also like, what was the show that he was in?
Cosby Show.
Yeah, the Cosby Show. That one. That one.
Huxtable show.
Yeah.
Camille.
Actually, technically, shouldn't we have been talking about whatever his name is, Huxtable, this whole time instead of
Cliff Huxtable. We shouldn't be
Cliff
defaming
Huxtable.
him.
Yeah.
That's a different person.
That's true. He
Okay.
delivered
That's just-
babies.
He looks a lot like Bill Cosby.
He
Though.
does look a lot like Bill Cosby.
I really
He
don't.
looks like,
And that's
Yeah.
grounds
Pretty-
for a fucking gang beating.
still had a pretty rapey vibe.
Yeah.
All right. I say that we talk a little bit about what makes a sitcom dadly.
Oh, they're spontaneous
They're spontaneous.
sometimes, except
But
for
they're
the Seven
also
Haugen guy.
well, I think that here's the thing that I think the reason why you're saying they're spontaneous is because of Hal from
Well, yeah, because Hal's
Malcolm in the Middle.
Hal's the best.
But he is not a typical sitcom dad.
He is the you know how like there's the chaotic neutral chaotic
Yes.
whatever
Yeah.
the fuck he's the chaotic whatever the fuck that is. Like,
True neutral, chaotic.
Well,
Yeah.
there's different levels of sitcom dad because there's your like Red Foreman,
we
which
forgot
is
about
like
Red Foreman.
a certain type of vibe. Oh, he would actually kick the shit out of everyone.
Yeah, I'm
probably.
pretty sure
He was a Korea vet, yeah.
Yeah, if he didn't if
Yeah.
he wasn't gonna win, he thought he was going the wrong way, he would pull out the gun that he brought with him and shoot them.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, he would definitely shoot Bill Cosby, like not because of the rape.
Yeah, he would shoot him just because he's fucking a psycho and he has PTSD.
Yeah. Jesus. So I think there's different types. You got your Red Foreman, but then you got like your Hal, you have your like Randy Marsh is he's a little different than
Oh yeah, no,
any of those other.
he's the wildest out of the bunch. I feel like.
Yeah.
I think that he's
He
the
he doesn't behave like a father.
No.
Not even a little bit.
Truly, Randy Marsh is a fucking liability.
He is. That's why you gotta throw him in the mix. He's gonna show up to the pageant drunk as fuck.
It's gonna
Or
be
high as fuck.
I mean, there's literally an episode of South Park where he fights Bat Dad, and where they at the Little League games.
There's one episode where everybody's calling him an alcoholic, so he decides to become a wine and beer connoisseur, and he's got like 5 glasses of different wines lined up, but they're full glasses. I'm not drinking. This is a tasting.
Yeah. Do you remember like when he slowly became like the highlight of the show? Like he just slowly took over and became the main character of the show.
Well, because he
weird.
They didn't have to have him in every scene, and whenever he was in it, he was just over the fucking top.
Yeah.
And I think probably the precipice of that, where it kind of started taking a little downturn. Not that I didn't like it, was the Lord thing.
I was about to say, yeah.
When that happened, I'm like, okay, you can't go any farther. And then they gave up on it, and then just in passing in the newer episodes, just mentioned, oh yeah, and you know when you were like a singer back then.
They did it in The Simpsons too.
What?
The Simpsons starts out.
Oh
Bart's really
shit!
the
We
main
didn't
character.
even mention Homer Simpson.
Yeah, how the fuck did we not?
Because I don't watch The Simpsons.
Oh.
We've been talking about this for 15
Yeah,
minutes.
The
We didn't even
Simpsons.
mention Homer Simpson.
It starts off Bart is really the focus of the show,
Yeah.
and then it becomes Homer after a couple of seasons.
Yep.
It's because Homer is an allegory for the typical American. Nobody gives a shit about the kids. The kids are all right. Leave them alone. It's this Homer. He's always getting in trouble eating those pink donuts, dropping
You know,
that.
we didn't mention Hank Hill either.
God damn it!
All I've been doing is watching fucking King of the Hill. I gotta say, Hank probably.
Hank is not
He
a
comes out
fighter.
He wins all the categories.
He comes out on top of at almost all of these.
He's level-headed.
Yeah,
He can
sometimes.
But I think that when he does lose control, it's when he needs to enact his dad's strength.
Earlier in the seasons, he was more violent. He actually did kick a couple of people's asses.
Yeah, he kicked Dale's
Yeah.
ass once.
That was great. Hank probably.
I feel like we got some serious ringers being thrown in here.
Yeah, it's just hard. They're just such well written characters. Man, remember that?
All
Good
right.
times.
This is what I say. I say there is no there's no top dad.
Yeah, there
we
is.
we know who the
It's
bottom
Hal.
we know who the bottom dad is. All right? And that's Cosby,
That's
clearly.
Cosby.
But I say that we all go around and having taken in new information and educated ourselves, since this is an edutainment show, please
Okay.
tell us what your favorite dad is, Christopher.
It's Hal.
Hal. Okay, you didn't change.
No.
Dean.
Oh, fuck. Favorite dad. Shit. I'm going to stick with Uncle Phil. I think Uncle Phil won those things fair and square. We
Yeah.
didn't maybe have all of our guys in there, but Uncle Phil held it down. And look, he's a dad. He didn't even have to be Will Smith's or whoever his name is dad, but he was,
Yeah.
because he's a good dad. He was so good at it, he took on extra, that guy works like overtime at
Yeah.
being a dad.
He's dad
know?
enough for two.
Yeah,
You know,
but he didn't win the dance competition.
He didn't even
so.
get to have the sex to make that kid.
But you know he was getting it on the side.
Well,
yeah, he was getting it on the side, probably. I don't know.
Hal still wins because
He's piping half the neighborhood.
the dance competition was worth 20 points, so Hal won.
Well, I'm going to say that my favorite dad is Red Foreman because he reminds me most of my father.
That's a good point.
All right. Without further
How'd you say that? He's gonna have such a big head over that.
Oh,
now.
he's yeah.
You
But
know?
this is my Christmas present to you, Dad. It's the 26th. Hope it was worth it.
Happy
Without-
Boxing Day.
Yeah. Without further ado, we're moving on now to topic number two. That's you, Dean.
Yeah, so I guess my topic, and I think this maybe is you've been waiting for the right guy to bring on this topic, but my topic is gonna be New York City,
Oh
or
yeah.
just city life in general. Even I think maybe this show really needs some city life brought into.
We
the
are a
mix,
fairly
so-
upstate centric and Albany centric podcast at times.
all right, city boy, sure.
Yeah. So I want to just kick it off with this thing that I saw today that I feel like is like a very New York City thing to see in a weird way. It's not really like an interesting thing or you know, I guess that's all you can say about it is that it isn't interesting. But I saw a guy today that had a can of Fanta orange soda in like the slot where you would put a water bottle in your backpack.
Mm-hmm.
And I just thought to myself that that's like a very New York City thing. Like, why would you put a open can of soda in the water bottle slot on your backpack?
Because you
And
know
he
you're going to
just
be
put it-
standing upright for the next hour.
And yeah, I mean, I assume that he was probably exactly. He's just like, I'm on the train. I don't want to. I got to hold on to the railing, and I got to use the other hand to defend myself from the attackers. Like, you know.
But you need that sweet
so
orange
it's just
juice.
like weird to. It's like a can isn't even that much. Like you could just like drink the whole thing in the time it takes to wait for the subway to come to you.
That was about
This guy
$1.50
has-
at the bodega, man. I'm not going to waste that.
No. So I don't know if this guy was like, one of like is like the, Brooklyn type where he's like a hipster and he wants to recycle this really badly and he doesn't want to which just so you know, if you throw shit away in the subways, they actually have people who come and pick out the recycling and recycle it.
Oh, nice.
So I don't know if he just didn't know about that and he's a big recycling guy. By the look of him, not the case. I think he just wanted the, back half of that orange soda
Daddy wanted his juice.
and didn't want to hold it. But that's a New York City thing. So
I think that
upstate versus New York, that's a big conversation right now.
last night we recorded with Travis Morningstar from last podcast, and he drank no less than 3 different drinks.
Yeah, I noticed that.
He had a Dr. Pepper, a Diet Dr. Pepper, a yerba mate, and like some other type of like iced tea drink.
Yeah.
And he was a 3-drink
weird.
boy.
Well, okay.
I feel like most people would drink a lot of one of those and just like that's their drink, Like people usually settle on their one, like that's my casual drink.
Mm-hmm.
Nah.
Unless he was like putting whiskey in all of them,
I gotta.
in which case that's a different story.
I gotta say, like the other day, Julie was out of town, so I was on my own. It was a Sunday. Decided to take a little hike down to the Madison Poorhouse. Had a couple of beers. On my way back, I decided I wanted to have some sushi,
Okay.
and I ordered my sushi at the sake cafe rather, and I had a hot sake, I had a water, and I had a Sapporo, and because the sake comes in 2 cups.
Mm-hmm.
So you got this. The Sapporo is the can and the cup,
Mm-hmm.
and the glass of water. And I looked at the woman. I go, "I'm the drink king."
You're not the fucking drink king.
And then she said, "Oh no, you're drinking."
That's actually a very appropriate mix of beverages, though, because you've got like you've got your sake. That's like I'm trying to get a little bit drunk, and then you've got your beer, which is like it's
Yeah, because I don't want to feel
it's good.
anything.
and then water because like I've drank sake and beer, and I don't want to throw up inside the sushi restaurant. So
I want to cleanse my palate. I was also the
Yeah.
only person in the place.
Okay.
See, that's the difference between upstate and downstate. You will never be the only person in a sushi restaurant downstate, and if you are, you should leave immediately.
Yeah, that is
point.
actually something that's very true. I often find that when I enter a restaurant and there is not many people, I don't feel as alarmed as I should be upstate.
Yeah, it's true.
I just tell myself they do a lot of Grubhub.
What's also
I
not
think
that
it's
many
because they
people
do a
up
lot
there.
of ramen.
Yeah.
They do a lot of mac and cheese upstate.
Mhm.
I think downstate, it's like if you're in any restaurant and you're the only person there, you should be very concerned and walk outside and check. Like upstate, they don't have the ratings on the
Some places
restaurants,
do.
right?
Sometimes.
Do they have it in Albany?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah, some places
Albany's a
also do.
medium city, so we have
Yeah.
some vestiges of city life. Like we have bodegas,
Yep, we have homeless people.
we have homeless.
But do they have like
There's
the
poverty.
A, B, they have the A, B
Yeah.
rating?
Yeah,
It's just-
yeah.
generally on
Do you ever-
sketchier places?
Have you ever seen a C?
I have seen a C, but only in New York. That's the only problem.
Yeah.
Only in New York.
New York, a C could survive for like a month or two before, but like
Mhm.
that's like a like
do you get a
it's like
C?
it's almost like the Scarlet Letter. Like
Yeah, no, it
just
definitely is.
you see like a restaurant that has a C on it, and you're like, I'll just go to
Anywhere
Burger
else?
King.
I've worked in plenty of kitchens, and I've never been in a place that wasn't rated A, even the places that were like gross.
Yeah, you got to really fuck up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I've seen so many fast food restaurants that are A's that I know that C is a problem.
All right. Let's get to it. Downstate versus upstate.
Okay.
All right. What's a pro for upstate? Because we have to start with the pros because we're probably going to close on the cons.
All right. Pros for upstate. Seasonal affective disorder.
That also exists in New York City.
Okay.
I have that pretty badly. I want to state
most New
here. I want to
Yorkers
just
do.
state for the record that I was not born in upstate, but I was raised in upstate.
Mm-hmm.
And I am very sentimental about upstate and probably on the upstate side. But for this purposes of this argument, I'm going to argue the downstate side
Okay.
because there is a lot of things, and I've been here for like 5 or 6 years, and I think that I do have. I think New York City is kind of matches me in a lot of ways that I didn't realize at first.
I can give you a pro about upstate.
Sure.
People are sometimes kind.
People are sometimes kind in New York. Just mind your fucking business and don't ask them to do shit.
Yeah, don't be walking in
Get
the
out
line.
of my way. Get out of my way. I'll be the nicest guy you ever fucking met.
Exactly.
My girlfriend is from Long Island, and when she moved up here and with me, she's like, "Oh yeah, it's upstate's different, I guess." And she went back home. And she's like, "I forgot how mean everybody is down there."
Yeah. Downstate people always say like, "Oh, there's nothing to do upstate." Like I get so bored, and it's like, well, you ever smoke weed? Yes. You can do whatever you want upstate. It's just I do the same things downstate that I do upstate.
Yeah.
Like I just like sit around and play video games. I don't know. Like
We got bars, man.
It's
There's
the same
booze up
place.
here.
Yeah, Netflix
it's
still
just
exists.
expensive.
Yeah.
Netflix costs the same down here, actually.
Oh, okay.
So that's where you get that city inflation. I'm working for you. That's
So mark that down as a pro for the city. Netflix still costs the same.
Online subscription services are the same.
actually that is one thing that I would say is a pro for the city is that like obviously the cost of living is higher in the city, and therefore when my friends from the city come upstate, I don't think that they're quite as affected by
seriously.
upstate prices. I have that same experience when I go back to Utica, New York from Albany.
Holy shit, it's insane.
It's so fucking cheap. I'm the king of Utica.
Dude, like I'll go out to a bar like back home and like fucking a $5, man. I'm good to go for like 2 hours. It's great.
$2 beers?
They just give you the deed to the bar, and it's like you're the owner of the bar now.
They carry you out
For
on a
like 20
golden.
bucks.
They carry you out on a golden chair.
Well, like me and the old man got beers when I was back for I can't remember what it was, like over the summer. We were back. Oh, it's when Mickey's dad passed. And we went to grab a beer before I went back up, and we had like 2 beers apiece or something like that, and we fought over the check. He's like, "No, don't worry about it. I got this." And the old man, like, let me buy you a beer, and like pull my credit card out, and I, like expecting to be like $30, like $35, like it would be up here, and down here rather, and it was like $15. Like, the
Hell yeah, dude.
fuck?
You can cover it with a single bill.
Yeah, exactly.
You try to take your credit card out, and they're like, yeah, the minimum is 15. And you're like, oh, that wasn't $15?
One thing that I will say about New York City that is better than upstate is that there is legitimately more shit to do.
Yeah, no, that is an accurate statement.
We up here in Albany have the luxury of taking the fucking megabus for like $2.
Yeah, it's
You can go
pretty
see
easy
any
down
show
city.
you want. Go crash over
But
at
it's like
Dean's
$5
house. Yeah.
Yes. Hey, anyone in Albany listening to this, you are welcome to stay in the like trash area of the front of my house. It's not very spacious, but it is enough for 2 people if you know each other well. Also at the backyard, and it's cold out there, but it's a cold world, so get
Get used to it. Yeah.
So I gotta say, being somebody who grew up in upstate, being in the city, you have one luxury. You get to laugh at people when they freak out about snow, right?
Actually, like, so I remember when I was living upstate, I just like assumed that New York City had the same climate, and it doesn't. It's so different.
It's a
It's like
swamp.
New York City is basically like North Carolina. Like it's like, I mean, today is actually very cold. It was like the what's the, not the actual temperature, but
Wind chill.
The wind chill.
the wind chill shit was like 15 or something today. It was very cold today. And yesterday I wore a hoodie to work because it was supposed to be like 45 degrees and it was like 15 degrees in actual reality. But yeah, like New York City is generally very warm. Like we'll only get snow down here at like a few times a year. And when we do, it just sucks because we just get dumped with snow and then it melts and then it freezes and then it turns into slush and it just makes. And also the thing about upstate, it snows and then it's just snowy and it's cold and it's still snow for like a month. But you're just leaving your house and getting in your car. I mean, you have to shovel, but then you get in your car and you drive to wherever you're going and then you get out and you're there. Here, it's like you have to walk through all this nasty sludge of like snow and like ice and trash and dog shit. Just walking through it, like, half mile either way, like on your way to the train. So, and then you're standing in like this puddle of like everybody's like ice and snow and dog shit that they've tracked into the train. And I say dog shit like I live in Williamsburg. This is the dog capital of the United States.
Dogs and kids, babies.
People have so many crazy dogs. I'm saying like Labradoodles. They got like Shih Tzus mixed with pit bulls. Like the weirdest shit.
That's a shit bull.
And they just walk them around and you just say, hey, you want to shit in this guy's fucking like sidewalk of his house? Go for it. I'm not picking it up. You shit here and then we'll walk back over to the other side of Williamsburg where my house is. So like, there's a lot of dog shit everywhere. But yeah, on the trains though, it's just like this nasty sludge. Just every time it snows, like the next day, it's just like the trains are a disaster. But yeah, so you don't have to deal with that upstate, which is nice. Yeah. The dogs don't shit.
The one thing about accumulated snow that's nice is that it actually gets warmer because it tends to insulate. So like the day after it snows in upstate, it's actually like kind of nice because it's like the snow is still maybe falling, but it's not that cold. Like it'll be like 32.
Well, we also do get the weather where it gets too cold to snow.
Yes, in February you lose the ability to snow. It's like when you get too drunk and you can't get a boner.
Yep. The sky just can't come.
The sky can't come. Sorry. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe.
In the morning.
Yeah, I think that I've definitely gotten wet foot on the way to a couple concerts, and it is not fun. Certain concerts you really have to weigh if you're going to wear a jacket at all in the city because you will be on that razor's edge between like, no way am I going out without a fucking jacket, and no way am I going to fucking have this jacket in my arm for the rest of the fucking night.
I had to weigh that out with when I saw Andrew WK last year because it was
well, you knew he was going to get a party going, a party going.
So I just wore a t-shirt,
a white t-shirt,
and you always got to weigh like, is this the sort of concert where I can tie my jacket around my waist? And I'm a big Fish fan, so yes, it is for me.
It's encouraged actually.
If you don't have a jacket tied around your waist, you will get kicked out.
They're going to charge you double because you're a narc.
Yeah.
Okay, so what?
So I don't know.
What else? How about this? What's some New York City etiquette that people may not know about? I'll tell you one that I know about that I only recently learned about that now makes me fucking furious. Is escalators. When you're standing on the escalator, you stand to the right.
Yeah.
When you're walking on the escalator, you stand to the left, or you walk on the left. When people don't do this at the world's biggest Walmart in Albany, New York.
Got that, motherfucker.
Yeah, we got the biggest Walmart, bitch.
That's depressing.
It is no.
Yeah,
you said depressing, but you meant impressive.
Did I?
Fucking hate that place.
But people
so much.
people will stand on the escalator, both sides,
because
arm
they
in
have
arm,
no sense of urgency,
and they have no sense of decency.
Yeah, that's true too.
Yeah, I mean, like, so there's like a ton of things like that in the city. I mean, one of them too that's I see I don't want to say both sides of the argument because there's really not a lot of people arguing one of the sides, but except I guess me. But basically, it's like if you are a young man and you're sitting and I don't know playing Pokemon on the subway.
If you're about to Pokemon Go to the polls.
No, I mean, I guess the general etiquette is like if you're like able-bodied man, you should not sit on the subway essentially, unless it's empty.
Yeah.
But I have had like a couple of times where like I'm sitting on the subway and it was empty when I got on, and I'm just like not paying attention to the world. And I've had times where people have like tapped me on the shoulder, like, "Yo, let this woman sit." And I'm like, she seems skinnier than me and healthier than me. She seems more than capable of standing. It's a different story. Like there are like they'll even have like announcements where it's like, please let the pregnant and elderly sit and you can stand, whatever. And it's like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Like I feel you.
Yeah.
But when you're when you're balls deep in Pokemon Sun, and you're trying to catch Pikachu or some shit,
you got no time to be paying attention to the
done.
Yeah, exactly.
No, that's like a thing though. It's just like that. There are certain people that just like refuse to sit and like think it's below them, or I don't know. It's a weird vibe. It's kind of like I don't. It's like men should stand and women should sit. There's like a very much a vibe of that.
Yeah.
And then also there's the vibe of homeless people should sit because that vibe comes from homeless people.
I mean,
sit.
I feel like they don't have a lot of chairs. So
yeah, that's true. There are a lot more homeless people in the city than there are in Dryden, New York, where I'm from.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, which is good because they wouldn't be able to survive in Dryden homeless.
No, definitely not.
Well, it gets scary around Albany when it gets really cold with like the homeless people. They go around round them up.
Right. Yeah. Well, because
they'll die.
Yeah, because in New York you can go on. You can pay. What's the subway now? $2.25, $2.50.
Well, you don't even have to pay to like get inside the subway, and sometimes round them up and kick them out, I guess. But I feel like they are at least. I mean, I have no idea.
Think we lost you there for a second. Dean, can you hear us? Dean. Oh, you're back.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, I like to think that they, when the homeless people suddenly disappear from the subway, because when I say the subway, there's intricate, just, like catacombs of subway areas that aren't the actual train, but like areas where you're getting in or whatever. And people, homeless people will flock to those areas. And I like to think that when they get kicked out of there, they're taken to like homeless shelters. But, I don't know. Who knows? I assume they do the same in Albany, but who knows?
Yeah, I don't really know, honestly.
I really don't.
Actually, speaking about getting up on the train or getting, for public transit, I take the bus to work every day, and the bus that I ride is the 12 up in Albany, which is a lot of the times is mostly students because I work at SUNY, so I'm riding with the students. There is like some weird thing where at the beginning of obviously it makes sense because there's new kids coming on, but at the beginning of the semester, these kids are fucking so stupid. They will like stand in the middle of the aisle and not like push back to the back of the bus so that like people can fill in
on the bus.
Like they'll like make fucking like elderly people stand and shit.
Yeah, they're from Long Island.
Yeah. Well, that might be why. But yeah, no, like it's one of those things where it's like I'll stare someone dead in their face and like usually like somebody has like headphones on or something like that. And I'll just like get their attention and be like, "Yo, move back." And like I just feel like God, and it really like makes me feel good to be able to command a younger man
I think
to do something.
You got to be careful ordering people to go to the back of the bus. You get yourself in trouble.
That's true.
Yeah.
I just want him to stand.
It's funny you mentioned it. Like maybe they're from Long Island, or they probably are. But if they are from Long Island, maybe they're just used to the city. I mean, for me, like the whole transit thing where you're just kind of like standing in this moving box that just takes. I mean, I have like an hour commute.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like for me, it's like whenever I'm in that mode, I'm just like trying to escape and like listen to music, and I'm like totally unaware of the world around me. So my vibe is like, I hope that if I'm doing something that's annoying somebody, I mean, I try not to be annoying, but if I'm doing something annoying, I hope that somebody will tap me on the shoulder and be like, "Hey, get out of the way, man."
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, take
So
care
it's
of that.
funny that like that's like a weird vibe, like that upstate for you. It's like there's these people coming up and they're totally unaware, but you know, I mean, how long is your bus? It's like 20 minutes,
15 minutes. 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, you know, some of these people are probably used to these like long like train rides where they're riding into New York City from Long Island or Westchester or wherever, and then they have to take a subway, and it takes them like an hour and a half to get where they're trying to go, and they're just trying to zone out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I definitely noticed that there are people who either have never rode public transit before or have rode it so much that they're not into the, you know, I gotta look people in the eyes version of it.
Yeah. Trust me, I've been looked in the eye plenty of times.
kind
many times.
of a master at it at this point.
I'd rather people did not look in my eyes.
So what do you think, guys? Who wins? Upstate, downstate? Can we all just come together, call it one state?
No.
I
no
think we're
fucking
one
way.
state, baby. One state. Upstate, downstate.
Completely
We pay
united.
taxes. You guys don't get any of the shit. Everybody
we pay plenty of fucking taxes.
I just want to take this opportunity to ask one quick question.
That's true. You guys do pay a lot of taxes.
Where
Yeah,
is
we
the
do.
cutoff?
Where's the cutoff between upstate and
That's actually
downstate?
an amazing question.
I
So for
have
me,
a very
so
firm answer on this.
I say
let's hear your answer first, then.
It's Orange County.
Orange County.
Yeah, that's pretty.
So that's okay.
So, yeah.
Westchester is below that, right? Okay.
Yeah, it's to the east, kind of.
And like Beacon and all that's down below that as well. I think.
And then
So there's two moves you have to make to get from upstate to downstate in most areas, unless you're Albany, like capital region, east of the Hudson. There's two moves to get to downstate. It's I have to go south first, and then cross the Hudson River.
Right.
And that's like a big dividing point. Orange County's pretty upstatey for.
Yeah, I
that's a
would
pretty,
say
like,
so.
Far upstate answer for me. Like being an upstater that I grew up upstate and shit, I would have always said that Westchester. I mean, I still feel that Westchester is where downstate starts.
Yeah, I think so as well.
And Westchester, Long Island, because Westchester people like talk the same as Long Island people or New Jersey people. If you live upstate and you heard somebody that was from either Westchester, Long Island, or New Jersey or New York, you wouldn't really know where they were from. You would be like, they're from downstate New York somewhere.
Well, the reason I say Orange County, and partially because I'm originally from Rockland, but then I'm from Orange County, is because half the fucking people in Orange County work in the city.
Yeah, it's true.
Oh, that's a good answer.
Yeah.
Good reason.
If it's a frequented a train line, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. Once you go north of like Newburgh, nobody works down in the city.
Yeah.
I'll pause
and
it.
to support my answer too, like I live in the city now. If I was going, like when I go up to Ithaca, where like Dryden, Ithaca, where I'm from, I say I'm going upstate. But if I'm going to Westchester, I say I'm going to Westchester. I don't still don't consider Westchester upstate. But anyone that lives in the city or Long Island considers Westchester upstate, and I guarantee you that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'd posit that upstate New York is Buffalo, so let's just get rid of Buffalo.
Buffalo is Western New York.
Fuck it.
That's Canada, bro.
That's Canada.
Let's just get rid of Buffalo. That's my new stance.
Got a vendetta. Yeah, I know. You're gonna kill the fucking city of Buffalo.
It's already dead.
Yo,
man.
Josh Allen's the truth, though. Come on.
All right. Without further ado, we're moving on now to topic numbers.
Fuck Buffalo.
Buffalo's okay.
Nah.
Let's go Buffalo.
Do you believe? All right, I don't sports.
So.
Yeah, you're gonna have to leave my house.
They
now.
are eliminated from the playoffs.
All right.
Buffalo's been eliminated from a lot of things.
Jesus.
The state itself.
All right.
The state.
Especially New York.
I have a topic, guys.
Do you?
Yes. I want to talk to you guys about some things that I thought when I was younger would be bigger hazards than they were, but truly, turns out they're not as ubiquitous as I thought. Those things being video game hazards,
Video game
environmental
hazards.
hazards,
Okay.
vis-a-vis quicksand,
Okay.
steam,
Okay.
fire,
Open flames.
open flames, just burning shit flying everywhere,
Toxic fumes.
metal spikes, lava.
Nope.
Hell yeah, Bota
Some
box.
Bota box.
Pour up, get tore up. Okay. So, what do you? What's your favorite like video game environmental hazard?
None of them.
I'm saying, take
Spikes.
yourself. You like spikes? Okay,
Spikes.
there it is.
Alligators.
Alligators. Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
What do you think,
I'm a
Dean?
big fan of the Chips Challenge lava.
Ah, yes. Lava
So
is
that's,
actually not half as dangerous as people
Yeah,
think.
it moves
is.
mad slow.
Moves mad slow. Is oftentimes not liquid.
Yeah.
Like you don't see a flowing river of it.
Yeah, but so when it's in
Pulling
your
the bag
way
out of the box.
and you're trying to get yeah, don't worry about it. And when it's in your way and you're trying to get the like the ice shoes, it's kind of a big deal.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, that's the thing too. Is like in video games, you never have to deal with the hazards. It's just like you have to deal with them if you want to win the video game.
Right.
Yeah.
If you want
Yeah.
to stay home,
They're only in your way because you're trying to do this crazy shit. If you just go home and like hang out and make a like peanut butter and jelly sandwich and like play video games, then it's not a problem.
play video games within the video games.
Yeah, that would be a weird twist in a video game.
It's like, do you want to leave the house today? Yes, no. Like,
I mean, that is kind
That's
of
some-
the
that's
twist
some
of Metal Gear
WarioWare
Solid
shit.
2.
yeah, that's true. Okay. One thing that I'm partial to is radioactive water.
Radioactive water because it hurts you but doesn't kill you.
Yeah. I really enjoy the feeling in a video game when you're walking around in a hazard. Perhaps you have to go through it to get
Yep.
to a secret. And you're getting that.
Like you know you're dying slowly while doing this, but you have to do it.
Yeah, you're going to get like
Kind
the
of vibe.
special moon boots across the all across the water, or the secret shotgun.
Yep, in, Doom.
In Doom, and your character's just like "Giga, giga." You can feel the cancer hitting him.
Ocarina of Time, like when you're in Guron Mountain and you're like it's too hot, but you have to get to the inside of the mountain, and it's just like you're slowly dying as you're doing it, but you know it's for a good cause.
Yeah, you got to fucking fix the timeline.
Or in Dark Souls when you're in Blighttown and you're just I just saw Brendan's ears perk up because I mentioned Dark Souls and you're poisoned through the entire fucking thing and then you lose all your fucking souls.
No, the worst part about when it happens in Dark Souls is
It's so-
you don't take damage just by touching it. It's you build up a poison meter, and like every little area is just far enough. Like every little
You
walkway
build
is
up
just
to
far
that.
enough that you get it.
Yep.
And then when you get it, if you don't have anything to heal yourself, you just sit there for like 45 seconds while your guy slowly dies, and there's nothing you can do about it. And if you get toxic, it's even worse.
Yeah.
And you get toxic into like one hit with little dark guys.
Yeah, dark guys are
So it's
fucking
it's so
assholes. You
much
kill
worse
them once they go
because
away.
there's nothing you can
Yeah.
do except sit there and watch yourself die.
And that's kind of like life, boys. Now, here the reason why I thought about this today was
Anyway, talking about Dark Souls.
the reason why I thought about this today was like I just felt like video games were always like training me to be like smart and tough, you know?
Well, why did you ever think that?
Were they?
Because like think about it. Mario taught you that you have toxic masculinity, that you have to put yourself in harm's way to save a woman that's not interested in you.
Yeah.
And eat mushrooms.
And eat mushrooms to have a
true.
fucking great time, get real big.
You're real big.
Doom is teaching you that if someone kills your bunny, you have to
go
go down to hell and kill the devil.
Everybody.
I mean, these are all training simulations.
Half-Life teaches you about physics. That's pretty
It
sweet.
does teach you about physics. Teaches you about Geiger counters.
It's
When
true.
you go near the radioactive water, it goes, "Gig, gig, 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 gig," and then your guy goes in the water and goes, "Unga, unga." Okay, but
Also, speaking of radioactive water, Fallout too. But
Yeah.
like, I guess, I mean, did anyone ever really feel threatened by the radioactivity in Fallout?
You become so like overpowered in like Fallout 3
Yeah.
in New Vegas. I didn't play 4 because I didn't really like it. But that like after a period of time, like after like the first like hour of the game. Like none of that shit even matters anymore.
Yeah,
You've got so
it's
many-
more of just like I won't go to that area because it's too radioactive until I get the stuff that makes it fine for me to go in that area.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I always I have trouble with those kind of games, like especially like the shooter RPGs, where like really any RPG really trips me up because I am a bit of a perfectionist and I won't complete missions because like I was the guy who was really concerned about my fucking radiation level in
I have to check
Fallout.
every box.
Mm-hmm.
Every box.
No, dude. Sometimes you got to go in with a machine gun and just kill everybody.
Dude,
and then you win. That's how you beat Hitman.
That's not how you beat Hitman,
It
Chris.
is how you
That's
beat-
not how you
I
beat Hitman.
That's how I beat Hitman.
No, that's not how you beat Hitman.
I beat the
You're
game.
fucking disgracing
I beat the
Agent
game.
47.
Agent 47 doesn't give a fuck.
Agent
Especially
40
when I dress him up like a fucking like clown and I just go fucking kill everybody. He doesn't give a shit. It's not sentient.
I couldn't get through Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker for like years. I had it and I couldn't play it for years because I couldn't fucking beat these missions.
See, the difference is like I've seen you play Metal Gear. You've told me about how you play Metal Gear, especially with 5. Like you said, you never used anything other than the trank gun.
I didn't experience the game because of my fucking disorder.
I would spend hours just like getting the one gun and just go and play like a dumb mission, just blow everybody away. It was fun. It's cathartic.
Yeah, no, Metal Gear, my fucking loadout was a silenced pistol, and that's it. It's about being hard. It's about it's about challenging yourself.
It's fucking power fantasy.
Yes,
that's the idea.
But it's a different kind of power fantasy with me. I got to get into the head. I have
This
to
is
be
this is
truly
clearly
superior.
a very hard man here.
Yes.
You can see he's a very
Yeah.
hard man.
I don't need to be built up by video games. I'm pretty brolic, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, that's how I played Metal Gear
I
Solid 5.
personally like video games. For me, it's like every time I play any video game, I have to like I'm the kind of guy who like I'll play a new Pokemon game, and I'm sorry to keep bringing up Pokemon listeners. I'm sorry, it's just it's my game. But
Nothing wrong with
I still
Pokemon.
check all the trash cans,
Mhm.
even though I
Oh, no, I
know
get
that
behind
in the
that.
new games they don't hide anything in the trash cans. But I'm still checking. Like, please have like the SSN card. Please have some sort of thing in there hidden in vomit. Like, there isn't anything in the trash cans. Just spoiler alert, guys. If you're playing any of the new Pokemon games, none of the trash cans have anything in them.
I checked them all.
Some of the games tell you check the trash can and it'll say that there's nothing in the trash can, and then you get to a point where they just don't even respond. It's just like you're clicking A and there's nothing, and you're
Fuck
like,
you, man. You
"Oh,
know.
this is my childhood."
Get out of the trash can,
But
you
yeah,
perv.
It's the same way with every other game, and that's why I love like Mass Effect, because like Mass Effect, like everything you click on, there's like some sort of weird response to it.
Yeah.
Like there's like jokes and shit built into like vending machines, and it's I love just like being able to interact with every single object on the screen. That's why I like Fallout too. I feel like you can interact with a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But like most games, it just drives me insane because I feel like I can interact with everything and I can't, and it just makes me mad. And I have to like focus on the task at hand. It's like to beat the game, and I'm like, I don't want to beat the game. I just want to interact with all the different items on the screen.
Don't play Red Dead then.
I'm playing Divinity Original Sin 2 right now,
Okay. I don't
which
know that
is
one.
like it's like an old school like Fallout 2
Okay, so like
style
the
like
top-down isometric.
Yeah. RPG. And there's so fucking much to do in that game, and there's so much stuff to
We talked
steal.
about GTA 2. We
Oh my
talked
God.
GTA 2.
GTA
That's the
2,
best.
the top-down version.
Yes.
Yeah, that was very cool.
Never played that.
That's
We
the
had
best.
it on the one of
Oh,
the
yeah,
PCs.
that's right.
I think Hosey actually lent it to us.
Yeah, that's right. We did have that.
That actually reminds me of the game. You ever play Carmageddon?
Hell yeah.
That was kind of the similar thing where it was a top-down like fucking shooter game, like car game. The later ones were 3D.
Yeah, it was 3D. You just run people over.
Yeah. Oh, you know what's a game that just fucking flew into my head because of Carmageddon? Twisted Metal. You remember that fucking game?
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
That game rules.
Yeah, that was fucking awesome.
That's a sweet game.
Okay, back to hazards.
Hazards. Okay, hazards.
How about what's your favorite kind of level that sucks? Because I think most of the hazard levels usually suck, and I'm specifically talking about like Mario.
Water levels, yeah, they suck.
Is it water levels?
They
Is
suck.
it slippery levels?
Slippery levels?
It's
I can-
always water.
Yeah, I can get behind slippery levels. I don't like the levels where the fucking in the side scroller where the fucking side of the screen moves because you're giving me a time limit. I don't like the time limit.
You don't like a time limit.
I don't like
Yeah.
a time limit.
Same. That's my thing. It's like I'm trying to check out all the shit in this room, and you're limiting my time. And that's also back. I mean, I'm gonna go back to the Nintendo shit, but I'm talking like like the water temple, Ocarina of Time. Like if there's an annoying level in that game, which I mean it's not like a hard game, but like that's the one. You know, it's because you're like drowning.
Yeah.
Also, that's frightening as shit.
Oh
Nobody
yeah,
wants
dude.
to-
The drowning music that starts playing in Sonic,
Sonic.
yes, is the most anxiety-inducing.
Dun, 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 dun. How about the what's it called? The live action Sonic movie that's coming out. Go fast.
If he's not gonna hang dong
Not
in
as
it,
good
I
as
don't
the
care.
live action Pokemon movie.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
dude.
With fucking Ryan
I
Reynolds.
assume we've already talked about that. On
We
this.
talked about it a
Very
little bit, just
briefly.
because it shouldn't be Ryan Reynolds. It should be Danny fucking DeVito.
That'd be amazing.
Danny DeVito should be Detective Pikachu, and I didn't come up with this idea, but it's so perfect.
Yeah, no, it would be the best.
Because he is a little
It's only
Pikachu. He's a
perfect-
stinker.
It's only perfect because we already know that it's Ryan Reynolds now, and it's already somebody who doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
You know, like it could be just like whatever the chick who played SpongeBob or whatever.
Yeah.
But like, we know it doesn't make any sense. So why are you just gonna go with some guy?
Yeah, just go all the
It's still
fucking
pretty
way.
Funny though. It's still kind of funny though because they also know they could have gotten anyone to do that role. I mean, if they got Ryan Reynolds, they could have got anyone to do that role.
Imagine Ray Liotta.
Ray Liotta. Hey, I'm Ray. I used to smoke.
I used to smoke. And
What-
Pikachu, I
what's
used
the
to
point?
smoke.
What's the point of Ray Liotta if you can't see his eyeshadow
That's
or
true.
his mascara or whatever?
Dude.
Just a quick.
Goodfellas, that movie.
That is a great fucking movie.
Kill Him Softly also with Ray Liotta is fucking amazing. If you haven't seen that.
Snorlax came at me and tried to bite me. I gave him a hug. Now we're friends.
And I work a 9 to 5. And I came by, they gave me poke spaghetti. It was egg noodles with ketchup.
They called it spaghetti.
Just a quick. I
something.
gotta do a quick correction. SpongeBob was done by Tom Kenny. Thank you, Nick Myers. Anyway, it was a boy.
Oh,
Uh,
that was a boy?
yeah, it's Tom Kenny.
You would call that man a boy? See, that was actually a test,
Yeah.
and you passed.
Hell yeah! Wait, no. Do I get to
kidding.
level up now?
No, aren't there shows where like a woman plays a boy?
That's
Oh, yeah, so
Bart Simpson is a lady.
Rugrats?
Rugrats.
Rugrats.
Yeah, I think Tommy Pickles is a lady. Bart Simpson though, definitely
I
a woman
personally,
voice
I think
actor.
Tommy Pickles should have been played by a grown man.
Anything like that would be great. Because he looks like an old man.
But the problem
No, I'm
about
just kidding. That was an Emmy winning that Emmy worthy performance. Is it Emmys or Grant? What is the TV
Emmy
one?
would be TV.
Yeah, Emmy's TV.
Or TV.
Yeah, and that was an Emmy worthy performance for how long was Rugrats on? Like
Yeah,
don't know, probably about a
50
decade.
years,
Probably about a
50
decade,
years,
I'd
so,
say.
Yeah.
I would like,
Too long.
as far as having an old man play Tommy Pickles, then you're just running into like a look who's talking now situation.
okay. Fair
Where you
enough.
got Bruce Willis inside of a baby boy.
I would like to see that. Can we see Bruce Willis as Pikachu?
Bruce Willis
That's
is
not
Pikachu.
a bad situation.
I think that would be
It's a pretty good situation.
that would be all
I'll see
right.
Bruce Willis play Tommy Pickles.
Well, so like Bruce Willis famously is like impossible to work with. He's an asshole. He'll like film stuff outside of like the studio set and just send them the film of him like jumping in front of a green screen so they can just like fucking superimpose it on the movie because he's such an asshole.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So like he would just be so gruff the entire time, just pissed off, but he's getting a paycheck.
Dude, I mean, honestly, the Detective Pikachu movie, why not just Die Hard?
Jesus Christ.
Why not, instead of Detective Pikachu, Die Hard?
Could anybody else have done Die Hard?
No
Oh no.
way.
What?
Probably anybody else. but did they? No,
No.
they
True.
did not.
That's true.
Bruce Willis, movie Hall of Fame. Let's do it.
There was a tweet from, I don't know if it was real or not. I saw it on Reddit, so probably not. But it was Netflix saying, "Can you to the guy that's making death threats about Die Hard not being categorized as a Christmas movie, we're not changing it, and stop threatening us."
Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
It is a Christmas movie.
Okay, I just wanted to make
Yeah,
sure we
the
were on the
original.
level. Yeah,
Yeah,
the first
the
one
first
is a
one.
Christmas movie, okay? It's about a family coming back together.
They don't get back together.
Have you seen the ornament at work?
And then one member of that family murders a lot of Russians or Germans.
Sometimes, we learn this in the first topic, sometimes your dad
Yep.
needs to kill a lot of people.
Mainly Bill Cosby.
Actually, Die Hard is the nexus of all our topics because he encounters many video game hazards.
He does. Broken glass.
He's a
fire.
He's a New York City cop.
He's a New York City cop out of his fucking element.
Topic 2.
In the snow.
In the snow.
At work, we have an ornament hanging on the tree, and it is basically a box of tinfoil.
Right.
With him
in the
with
vent.
him crawling through the vent.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, no, Bruce Willis really does.
Die Hard. We actually, technically, the podcast is Die Hard. This episode, because we got dads.
Yep.
We got New York.
Yep.
We're walking here.
We're walking here.
We're podcasting here.
There's snow. We don't like the snow.
Podcasting here.
And then finally, video game hazards,
Yep.
such as broken glass,
Mhm.
such as
Open flames. Tunnels and caverns and
trickery.
Trickery.
It would have been a hell of a quick time action in the Die Hard video game if you could, press A to pull your gun on Gruber.
Well, there was a
Yeah.
there was a game, and you actually had to watch your level of like feet. Yeah, like your feet.
You had a foot level?
Had a meter.
Dude,
You
that's
had-
kinky as fuck. Hell yeah.
You couldn't walk if your feet were too much.
Dude, too much feet. Everybody gets distracted.
Too much feet, bro. Oh shit.
Ever since Reddit shut down, people are getting crazy on or not Reddit, Tumblr.
Yeah.
Tumblr shut down their porn.
Ooh. Is
So
it
now,
really?
yeah, no more porn on Tumblr. So you gotta get into the fetishes now because that's still cool.
You just gotta
Change your
go-
tastes.
You gotta go to the other sites where everyone else was already watching their porn.
Yeah.
Except for weird hipsters. Is there a better villain than Hans Gruber? Yeah, there's lots, but he's still pretty good. He's okay. I mean, he was very, like
I didn't quite
he
understand
was a
his plan,
response.
but
He's getting the bonds.
There wasn't a good. Yeah,
He's getting the bonds. He was just more sinister. He was just kind of like a like the perfect amalgam. I can't say the word. Amalgamation of like 80s like villain tropes.
Yeah, he was
Vaguely foreign.
German.
Yeah.
So he it's funny he wasn't Russian. He could have been Russian.
He could have been Russian. With that
But he
accent,
had-
it could go either way.
Honestly though, Hans Gruber, like the character was a Russian guy. There was no reason for him to be German.
yeah. It seemed like a time where he should have been Russian.
Yeah, it really did.
Which I think maybe it helps that he was German. It was like, hey, we got a non-Russian villain, and he's also Snape.
Well, not yet.
What does that word mean? You'll find out.
Stay tuned.
All right, so I think we did it. We did a real Deadpool on this one.
I don't know what that means.
Do a Deadpool for me
Okay.
real quick. Come on, baby, give
Okay,
me a
can't-
Deadpool.
can't
Give it
do
to
a
me.
Deadpool. Hey, folks, if you're still listening,
Thank you for listening.
thank you for listening. Happy holidays and all that good stuff. Dean, thank you so much for coming on. Do you have anything to plug? Anything you want to say? Anything you want to share?
Thank you.
With the folks.
Yeah, I'd like to plug Columbia University.
Yeah.
Okay, that's where I work. Please come to Columbia University. Just kidding. Don't go to Columbia. It's a sham. It's too expensive. Just go to SUNY school.
Oh yeah, SUNY.
I'd like to plug the Everyone I Know podcast.
Oh yeah, rate, review, subscribe.
I'd like to plug myself, Be My Friend on Facebook. My name's Dean. Good luck with my last name. That's it. I don't got it. I have nothing to plug.
Dean, I will say that I was thinking about getting ready for the podcast this week, and I was like, when did me and Dean like bond? When did we like become like we knew each other, but like when did we become like friends? And what it was for me was Mazstock. Do you remember? We were sitting around a campfire, and Shane, you, and me were just fucking punking on like these. They were just kind of like zooted hippie folk. And it was a magical experience. So I just wanted to let you know that memory is very important to me. So I love you, Dean.
Me too, man. I mean, Mazstock. I'd like to plug Mazstock, actually.
Yeah.
If any of these listeners have not been to Mazstock and live in the, I'll say tri-state, and I'm not going to be specific about which states.
Pick three,
if you live
your
in the
choice.
tri-state area, if you live in the tri-state area,
Our tri-state area.
actually, you know what? If you're in India, I want you to make sure that
If you're in the Kansas, New York, South Carolina tri-state area,
Go to Mazstock, baby.
Mazstock, it's a great time. You'll see me You'll see Andy. You'll see Shane O'Sullivan, aka oh shit, am I supposed to say his real name?
You just doxed him.
Snakes.
SWAT team is kicking in his door at this moment
Yeah.
to wish him a happy Christmas.
Yeah. Yeah.
Happy Boxing Day.
Yeah.
Yeah, mad stock though. Seriously, thanks for having me on, guys.
Yeah,
Thanks so
thanks
much,
for coming
man.
on, man. And folks, have a happy holiday if you got some time off still, and be nice to each other, right?
Be nice.